as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a dump off here complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
The Eagles, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 22. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Allen. It's hauled in by Hardy. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
In motion right is Brown.
There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Hurts.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A 51-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd down and 13.
Here's Allen to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's fielded at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing is Hurts.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff, Fournette running left. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And
he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Allen running the option to the left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Give to Hall running right. And down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So on 4th and 1, the decision is, hey, let's take 3. But lo and behold, they'll come away with nothing.
Yeah, it's a disappointing outcome, isn't it? Especially since you know that offense didn't want to come off the field. And now not only do they not get the chance to go for it, they don't get the 3 points either.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 14 to 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. He'll look to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown.
A.J. Brown.
35 yards.
And the Eagles have regained the lead.
And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
That is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
He'll look to set up his blockers. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. To the 43, 2nd down.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here is 3rd and 5.
To the air, Allen. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Allen going to throw.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A handoff left, McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
It's just called, as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They go play action with Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Breece Hall.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing now is Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2.
To throw, it's Allen.
Throw left side to Kincaid.
Complete to Dalton Kincaid. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Buffalo.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
2nd and a couple.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Deontay Hardy
From 13 yards out.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Miami. Now look at it. Hey.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And quickly, they get to the line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down.
Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down and goal to go.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again and about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Hines now on the return.
A little juke. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 8.
Now Allen.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Philadelphia!
Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
17 yards and a first down for Philly.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat